Okay, so now it's time to put together our income statement. So Royal Company income statement for the 3 months ended June 30th. You can even put for the quarter ended. And I have April, or actually, you know what? I'm not going to do April, May, June. I'm just going to do the total. And so this is fine to do on your spreadsheets as well. So I just want to see this on a quarter basis. So I'm going to take my sales. And if I go up to my sales spreadsheet, what I'm doing is grabbing my total sales. So that's for the quarter ended. And now I'm going to subtract out my cost of goods sold. So what we can do is figure out how many units that we sold. So if I just go here and grab the units. So this is the nice thing of having all of our schedules done, is it's not a lot of work now. So my budgeted units are 100. So I'm going to grab that off of my sales budget. And then if we multiply that by our product cost, so remember when we were doing our finished goods inventory account, we figured out the product cost per unit. So I'm just going to multiply that by the $4.99. And then that'll give me my cost of goods sold. So 100,000 times $4.99. And then this gives us our gross margin, or sometimes we call it gross profit. So just take your million minus the 498,515. And now we're going to subtract out our selling and administrative expenses. And that comes from the selling and admin budget. So I want this amount here. So it's the 260. And then that's going to give us our operating income. Or maybe I'll even call this income or earnings before interest and taxes. So EBIT. So take the 501,485 and then subtract the 260. And now let's subtract our interest expense. So that's coming from my cash budget, because that's the only place that I calculated the interest from. So I'm taking the interest rate here. So this is my cash budget. And that's the 2,000. And then that will give us our earnings before tax, so EBT. And in this question, we don't have tax, but I'll put this in just in case it comes up in a different question. So income taxes, so this is what the corporation has to pay. And that will come from your tax return. And then I have earnings after tax, or we call this net income. So I just put together a multiple step income statement for this. So just to remind you, you don't have to do the income statement for each month. I just want it for the end of the quarter. So that's why I only have one total here.